Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Field of Glory Empires as Pontus, episode number 4. So let's make a lot more progress in this one. Let's get to turn 30. We'll eventually, hopefully, hit something around a 10 turns, or maybe around 7 or 8 episodes, or turns per episode. What will throw a huge dampener in the series is if we do actually accept one of those exported battles in Field of Glory 2. Now this is episode 4, this will be the last episode which I record before episode 1 goes out. I'm excited to see the feedback. Let's see, I have a notion, just based on the live stream popularity, that it won't be the most popular series, but I really like this game. That's usually how I make my decisions about what I want to play. So, hopefully we'll be able to stick it out for a while. You know, if it's like 2 people watching. If it's specifically people don't want to see it, maybe I will change my mind, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so one of the things I was looking at is the decisions we have available. This citizenship one, there's not really a good choice for us because actually 100% of our people, anybody who's a citizen at least, are already Hellenic. And everyone who is Hellenic in the first 3 provinces. We only have slaves which are not Hellenic. We have 3 Caucasian slaves here. So that's not, there's no reason for us to try to like get citizens who are foreigners to be Hellenic. It's not just, obviously, it won't pay any dividends for us. One of the things I really like, though, is this freedman laws. Not only does it give us this very last line, 5 loyalty for 20 turns, which is fantastic, but if we have a government building, it will give us a 50% chance of converting a slave into a citizen, which I don't know how much better slaves are. Let's see, these are 5522, and this is 5466. So I think that citizens are, if we do this, yeah. So I think citizens are just in every way better. They might take more food or something. There's some catch that makes slaves interesting. Obviously, if you have a slave market and you're trying to trade slaves or whatnot, I mean, that can change things up a little bit. I think that there's a whole interface for exchanging slaves, which I haven't discovered yet, but it's nebulous where that interface is. So, I mean, hence the reason why I haven't found it. Here's all our nation traits. I didn't look at this before, but it's kind of nice. Basically, it summarizes, it puts all the modifiers into one, into one group. Into all the benefits you're getting are just all listed here, which is nice. So we have a +6 total. This is partly because of the Hellenic government. This is partly because, or maybe it's the monarchy. I don't know what adds +3, but the other half is from the glorious empire, or glorious status. So anyways, we have, yeah, it's a good number here. Free unit support 10, so I guess we have 10 units which we can be support without taking food, which means we've kind of put ourselves 1 over, or I guess with the ships here, we put ourselves quite a few over. That's okay. We didn't really need to make these ships. One of the things that happened as we ended the turn, so from 19 to 20, okay, first of all, we forgot to take a look at the general world. From left to right, west to east, Rome is expanding. They've taken, this used to be Tarentum, I guess? They've taken Tarentum, so it's now this, where the scene is being staged for this war between Rome and Carthage, which I think it'll eventually happen. The Goths are really expanding quite rapidly, as are the Belgae. I would say that those are the 2 foremost in expansion in this area. Aquitani have done a fairly good job for themselves as well. I mean, all these tribal people are expanding. It looks like this northern group, I think they lost this territory, but have gained 2 others. I don't remember exactly. I thought they already had this one, but anyways, they're making their move. The biggest ones, so some Martians have actually taken over the Scythian. No, wait. That's, yeah, they did take away the 2 Scythian territory here. It's kind of this weird intermingling, as I already mentioned. Macedonia, and I think is starting to gobble up the Thracians. I'm not going to try to say this. Lysimachids, the Lysimachids. I like how I say, I'm not going to try to say this, and then I try to say it. The Imperians are doing very well, I would say. I don't know if they've taken territory from the Dalmatians, but they're definitely expanding. They look good. Now, Ptolemy. Let's talk about Ptolemy for a second, because they are actually doing very well. Why? They have taken the capital of the Antigonids. So what has happened since we really paid attention is, here's our landmark, Mygdonia. So this used to be the border, at least at some point. I don't know if it was the original border of the Seleucids. They've taken 1, 2, 3, 4 extra territories. I think that basically this is finally it for the Antigonids. It's finally coming apart. And I think that probably the biggest sign of that is the fact that the Ptolemaic Empire has taken 3 territories up here. They usually are better on the water. At least when I played the Ptolemy Empire, I felt like very, very superior to, well, anybody really, as far as navy goes. But them landing and taking the capital means that they must have, I mean, I don't know what happened in the Antigonid land army, but so the question is, what do we want to take? And we might as well also invest in this like big war, and we're not at war with anyone. We can't get a cooperation. I checked. This is 0% cooperation if I want to get with the Antigonids in order to go to war with the Paphlagonians. Also not really a choice, 8%. So we don't really have a good choice. The Colchists are probably not going to like us because we're, you know, being friends with other people. But nonetheless, we still have a 23% to cooperate. That's probably because we're stronger than them. It says that it is, you would be the first we sign a deal with 15%. Oh, interesting. So it's mostly because they don't have a deal with anybody yet. I mean, if you think about it, 23% is pretty low. The funny thing is, 23% is like the highest I've seen. So, now I know that expanding into the Antigonid Empire is interesting, and I think that's nice. It would be nice at least to get the province of Anatolia. So we'd have Pontus and Anatolia. That would be a really good setup for us. Even just taking these 3, even if we didn't take Cappadocia, would be okay, because then we'd have the province set up, and that would be a good thing. The problem is that all of our objectives are trying to point us north. They really want us to take over the Bosporans, or the Bosporans, or however I want to accent it. So it makes for a tough decision. For now, I'm going to wait one more turn before we act. Like, I want to go to war with them, but okay, let's do the smart thing. Let's at least bring our army over. Like, I don't really want to take this territory. They have a famine. Like, there's nothing good about this territory. Shepherd House is something I already have. So essentially it's taking the fastest path, but I'd rather would take this slower path just to avoid entering that region. Because I think we take it if we do that. Yeah, it's kind of want someone else to invest in that. Plus we're glorious, we're maintaining this nice progression of the empire. So, you know, you want to expand, but you don't want to do it when you're not ready. And I feel like right now, internal growth might be more important. We'll still move our army over here so we can have a little better vision. We also, I think I mentioned this, or maybe I didn't, but no, I don't think I did. We raided Colchis last turn, so they're probably a little bit annoyed with us. The great thing is, we have a ton of money now. So, it'd be interesting to see what everyone's land situation is. Can we go back? Okay. So I'm just going to go there and then come... Wait. I want to go there and then come right back. I just want to see how many ships they have. I guess I can just go there, park, and then raid next turn. Or I could just try to piss off the Paphlagonians by raiding them. But 6 to 8, and actually this is 2 groups of 8 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. They have 2 fleets. Also, we need a general here. Strategist defensive bonus, movement bonus. Active only in open terrains. This is not going to be active for them. So we'll just take the other 1-1. Since that is actually a benefit. Although it's... I don't know why they... Some of them are green, some of them are red. You would have thought... I would have thought, at least, that they would coincide with being a benefit or malice, but... It doesn't turn out to be that way. Okay, anyway, so we don't really have much to do this turn. We'll have the cattle place and the blacksmith finish next turn. For now, let's just wait and... Okay. The raid is not too terrible. 10 minutes to go one turn. Okay, so let's look. Let's look. Show me. You don't have anything? Huh. There was some stuff over here I probably should have looked at while our navy, I should say, moved out, but I didn't. So we'll probably start raiding the Kolka's people then. We're still hovering right above the aging tier. And this is kind of what I expect. It will generally start to go up. Again, doing nothing means you're not doing anything to make your situation worse. Kind of the bad thing is our CDR is actually negative, and it's actually getting worse too. Why is it getting worse? Is it just because of the decadence increase in the various territories? So I think we're actually hitting our limit. So this won't go up anymore. It should be going up slower and slower since it's a flat increase and a percentage decrease. Yeah. Okay, anyway, we have completed construction of the blacksmith here. And we have completed construction of the ranch here. Having cattle makes me very, very happy. So we can look for tier 2 buildings from the what are these called? The money ones, the commerce buildings. We still haven't got the public works. We are 3 out of 6 slots. We don't really need it immediately. Getting 1 stud would be nice eventually. I keep saying that. Street Parlor, which is going to give us 4 money and 6 culture, sounds fantastic. I mean, I think we need culture buildings. We need government and culture buildings. I would like coastal market. It gives us money, gives us food. I mean, what's not to like? The main reason that it gives us fish is because... Why? How do we have fish? Where would the fish come from? Yeah, I don't... So, did I misread it? Does it say we don't yet have that? No, see, it's... Huh. It's... This is in white instead of being in red. Normally, if you don't have the bonus, it will show up in red. So, like here, produces horses can already be... Oh, no, that's not what... There we go. Oops, I don't want to actually choose that. I mean, I may, but papyrus is missing. So fish is not missing. But I don't know where this fish bonus is coming from. This is one aspect of, I would say, all AGEOD titles, but at least of this game, is it could do with a little bit of clarification on the interface. It's still way better than a lot of the other titles I played. Well, 2 of the other titles from them. I only know well Civil War II and To End All Wars. And they're both a pain in the butt. Needs flax, which we have. Wait. What? We don't have flax? Oh, we're building a flax field? Hemp. Oh, we passed up a flax field, apparently. Alright, let's see what's over here. Orchard, which I don't want. Herbalist, which is probably a good choice. Public Works, very good choice. Stables, I mean, somebody eventually is going to want to unlock the horses. We have a garum shop, which I won't choose. Preceptor House is really good. Costs a lot of money, unfortunately, because papyrus is needed and we'd have to trade for that. I just really like the fact that it gives this huge decadence reduction. Unfortunately, it's going to be very expensive to do, so I think we might go with something like the Herbalist to start giving us... By the way, I don't know if people pronounce these differently. Herbalist, it's herb, right? But some people say herb, but herbalist. Seems a little bit weird. I'm going to try to say herbalist. This is a really good thing, right? 1 manpower, which is not something we really need, but the 6 health, useful. We'll have 2 health buildings here, so this will be a healthy place. I didn't even think about that. We actually have several health buildings already. What is going to get these slaves to go away? That's really what I want to talk about. Yeah, we must have fish somewhere because everyone's happy with fish. Now, Public Works is just going to help us in general. It just costs time to get it. Since this doesn't have an upkeep, let's just get it. Let's go back over here. Street Parlor. Coastal Market, I don't know. It's such a good choice. The only reason I'm not like immediately interested in it is because we already have 3 tier 1s, so in theory I should be looking for tier 2s. But it's really good. 10 food, 6 money. Like, why am I not just jumping at that? Oh, and the smokehouse needs cattle, which we now have, which is perfect. 5 food, 8 health, so it's really good. It's only bad in terms of infrastructure. And then again, public works. By the way, what's the slot usage? Yeah, we're like not worried about it there. This one does have to worry about slots. And this one also has to worry about slots when that's done. Alright, I think that Street Parlor is a good choice. The lack of bonus from no papyrus. Okay, 4 money and 6 culture. We want culture. We just want culture so that it'll stave off our expansion. The infrastructure is only 5. I think the 4 money and 6 culture is better. And I like the unlocking heavy infantry, by the way. This is actually a really good thing. It's only... Maybe I should do this, because out of all of them, armor, archery, weapons depot, stables, palisade, Roman camp. Roman camp? We can build a Roman camp. Mercenary recruitment center, castrum, equitatum. I think that that's really... I mean, equites is something like horse, knight. Something like a horse related, right? So this... Out of all these, I like palisade. Yeah, I really don't like it. Let's just do this. It's going to change it up. We're building for war. No, I don't want to build for war. 10 food, 6 money, 4 money, 6 culture. Make my decision. Make my decision. Let's go with this. We want some culture buildings. That's going to help if we ever choose the culture decisions. So we'll start working that way. And let's go on raiding mode here. Let's see what else happened. Shepherd and Lyris has been destroyed by What? Oh, is it because we're raiding? Yeah, it's because we're raiding. We're making tons of money from raiding. A powerful raid occurred in Lyris. Pontus engaged and crushed all defenders. Towns and cities are burned. Wow, we didn't really want to go that hard on them. These poor guys. Did not mean that. Also, one reason why we want the palisades and stuff is I think it helps you against these raids. The health has degraded. Fantastic. And end turn. See what happens with this raid with the boats. That's what I'm really curious about. But let's definitely raid the Antigonids and then probably go to war with them. Yeah, I mean, we've seen the Seleucids right there. Oh my god, 33. They're probably going to go here next turn, which means our best bet is to try to go to Anatolia as quickly as possible. And hope that they can't get there in 2 turns. That just one of their decisions is not to go there. It will really drop us in terms of culture, but we can always devote some people to culture as a stopgap. Okay, let's see what happened. Colchis was raided by Pontus, but defense repelled easily. Yeah, so I think they have a lot of ships, actually. Let's return to port. We'll raid more later. Clearwater, owned by the Antigonids, and Comana has been destroyed by Pontus, but I didn't really want to do that, considering that's a place where I may eventually want to go stay myself. We're making a ton of money from raiding, though. So, one thing we should do, oh my gosh, immediately, is anybody who's on money, which is exactly nobody. I was going to say anybody on money. So we don't need to be making money. Nothing money-related should be chosen. We're actually quite wealthy. Decisions which cost money might be worth doing. I think that there was decisions... which ones was it, though? So this freedmen thing, it's 50%... Like, so it's if a region has a government building, like a courthouse or a palace. Dang it, so that's not actually what we want then. It's only... I thought we could get away with culture buildings too, but no. It seems like... Courthouses or palaces or governmental buildings. Yeah, science, that's not what we have. So otherwise we can incite unrest. I don't really care about doing that. Gather food. Okay, so minus 65. I think we do this. Loyalty points I think we can sacrifice right now. This will increase our food. That's always a good thing. How many turns left for these? 2 turns left on this one. I don't think we have any benefit from doing this. This one, there's a 35% chance to lose population by returning to a quieter state, but the thing is we don't have anybody in a non-quiet state, so I guess we'll just ignore it. And gather food. Okay, so we looked at that one. We looked at this one. We can go Freedman Laws just for a free loyalty bonus, but it won't really have any effect, unfortunately. Citizenship, again, the same thing. It won't have any effect. And this one, it won't have any effect. There's just nothing that would help us here. I mean, we can choose this top one, the case and trials, just because it's not bad, but I don't think it's good. So there's nothing really to spend our money on, which is a little bit unusual. We can stop raiding if we want. Probably we will, yeah. Let's move over here, and we have to simultaneously declare war on the Antigonids. This is the commitment. It's a final commitment. This is a really, really happening place. Population of 9. We might not even have enough people to hold that off. I didn't consider that. I mean, to take it. The territory is hills, which is actually pretty good for us. So a frontage of 8. I could have just looked here to see the frontage was 5, but I didn't do that. Yeah, so we'll go in and I guess we'll declare war on them. They're crumbling, so it just makes sense. Let's get a piece of the pie, as you know, is the typical way of doing these things. Good. So we'll do that. So turn after this, we'll move in there. I guess we can either build up more pirate ships. I mean, we have all this money. What are we going to do with it? I don't know. I guess we'll hold on to it for now. We're not making the desired multiple turns per episode. I mean, we're not going to get to 30 if I keep, or 28 even, if I keep rattling on, so... One check on the buildings. I think we're all good, so let's go ahead and end the turn. So we'll be at war with the Antigonids at the beginning of this next turn. Okay, good. They stopped there for a moment. They do have an army here, unfortunately. This does, in a way, buy us time. Okay, 41, we're just hanging out there. See, Samnium has 5 tokens, and because they're already glorious, you can't get to 5 unless you... So they're really well stockpiled. I don't know what's happening. Pontus is openly hostile. What? I mean, yes, we are. Peace. I don't know. If I were them, I'd be accepting peace from anyone. The real funny thing here is the Antigonids appear to be taking territory. Am I on the wrong setting? I'm not. The Antigonids are actually defeating the Paphlagonians while all this is happening, which is very interesting. I think we'll still risk it. We'll go in. What does this mean? 2 attack, 0 defense. Okay, well that's kind of a good thing, because I think we'll start building up a backup army. Pontic archers. These are very expensive, so they're kind of perfect for us to build in this situation, where we have a lot of money, but they don't actually have too much maintenance. 13 each. Okay, that's not very little with that maintenance either. And what else do we want to do? Do we have any buildings or any manipulation of various things? Growth in 5 turns, growth in 3 turns. I want this one to grow faster. I really do, but I don't want to lose culture. I mean, we're barely holding on here because of the rated status. So after this, we're going to try to get Palisades, if we can hopefully get that. I just need to get Palisades for everyone. There's no upkeep. It'll help me. It'll give me peace of mind, if nothing else. Anyway, so this is a pretty big commitment. I'm really hoping that our forces here are going to do well. Let's go back over here and turn on the rating. Maybe we can get lucky and make a little bit more money. We'll see what happens. Oh, they moved out. Well, that was like a dream come true. Perfect timing. Don't think this really needs to be fought. Yeah. And there it is. Okay, so that's good. We get some experience, and we take the territory. Oh, we have to actually siege the city. Okay, that's fine. It's going to take a while. The siege, +4, the siege will be quick. That's good to see. We do want to add our 2 extra Pontic archers to the fray here. Despite our siege, despite our belligerence, we're actually moving up in the world. Which, hey, this is the best of all, best of everything. Okay, so Ptolemy actually took this territory. That's fine. We only need, what do we need? Yeah, so we only need Cappadocia in order to, I think just having 2 is not enough, but getting 3 would be good. So get you guys to merge with this one. You'll be there next turn, which is good. And we're at -23 in terms of maintenance. Did we raid? We did not, because their fleet is 8. Well, there's 2 ways we can do this. We can just invest really heavily in building up a huge amount of pirates, or we could choose not to do that and just back down with our pirates. We can probably raid other places too. Maybe we can go raid here. Yeah, let's try it. I mean, there's no harm in trying. Paphlagonia is obviously on the ropes right now. Ptolemy must be at war with them. Let's find out their diplomatic status. Yeah, they're at war with the Macedonians, the Getae, and the Antigonids. That's not good. That means that they've lost their friendship with... Oh, because the people of Thracia are not dead yet? Dead yet? Can't tell. I think they're dead. What is happening? Macedonia? Must have been some kind of civil war. Oh man, it's so interesting. Getae appears to have been the... Man, what happened? The Imperians are really taking territory. And Carthage is expanding pretty nicely as well. Obviously, the Ptolemaic Empire is being successful, as are the Seleucids. Maria is in this really weird way, all the way up to the Middle East, but yet cut off from its homeland. That happens a lot. I think maybe a little bit too much. I don't think we need to actually attack them. We're in good shape here, I think. I will say. And the only thing we could probably benefit from getting is maybe... I mean, heavy infantry would be nice. 15 and 4 versus 8 and 4. So from a manpower perspective, it's... Yeah, well, okay, we'll consider getting a heavy... At least one heavy place. One of these places. One heavy, what is it called? Infantry producer, so that we can get a few more of that. Otherwise, I think that we're okay. 1 turn left for the herbalist, 4 more turns for the street parlor, 6 for the theater, and 4 for the clay pit. So I mean, things are looking good. Growth, 2 turns, that's good. We actually we don't need that much growth here, but neither will we not welcome it, right? We should embrace growth. And finally, the rated status is off over here, so we're doing a little bit better. Finally, at +1 food. Probably actually contributing more infrastructure, stuff like that. Actually contributing a lot of money. So surprising that we're actually -23. And maybe I should switch somebody over to culture. Wow, 61? 61? Is that people? I thought that's not combat power. That's a crazy, crazy situation. Now, we only send pirates against the Paphlagonians. I will remind us and them. You don't need to come attack me. New decision available. So I missed the decision, by the way, to do... I should do at least the Freedman one. It's free loyalty. Seize commerce. Oh, wow! So this is the tough decision. I can actually pay for it. So then I won't have this penalty. I can do 500. I actually could. Now the problem with that is the maintenance is going to be horrible. Improve trade efficiency. Let's absolutely do that. I don't know what it's gonna cost money. Well, then we'll do it. We'll probably spend that instead of the ships for now. We raided Bithynia, and the defenders were crushed. Okay, good. So supposedly we made some money from that. The physicians in Polymnia were unable to cope with the deadly plague in the region. Ugh. And we're actually receiving slaves as well. I didn't realize that. Herbalist was created here. That's good. Lots of health going on. Palisade, damn it. Of course, it won't happen when we want it to. It needs salt for the salt house. It can be imported from Phoenicia, which is home for us. And we still don't have a stud, and I think that this is a pretty good place to get one. We have no... Interesting. I have not seen this. Decadence increase of 0.25 means I won't do it, but a unique and uncommon replacement of the worship place for Hellenistic nations. People will commune together to celebrate their ancient beliefs. Will be removed automatically when the region reaches 16 population points and uses no building slot. Okay, interesting. So it is free culture, free religion, I guess. Yeah, so this is religious. Tier 1 culture buildings religious. I'd like to go to a different place just to look at the theater culture building. Yeah, it does not say religious there, so I just want to check to see if religious buildings are separated from culture ones or if they are all considered religious. And yep, truly, there is a difference. So Salt House would be pretty good now that we don't have to import salt. 5 food, 8 health, and it would be our third. We could actually get tier 2 things, but we don't need that yet. It's good. We can also just as easily use a smokehouse, which is I think the same thing, 5, 8, -2, but it requires cattle instead. Still, this stud is I think what I want, so that we have horses. We don't have horses yet. I mean, I don't think so. Yeah, kind of a no-brainer to me. I think that, or not. I mean, these all require thought. The game is obviously very well balanced, but that one didn't require as much debating as usual. So, while besieging Mazaka in Anatolia, Pontus did not manage to inflict casualties on the defenders. That's fine. Even though we're +4, I guess I kind of do expect we should do well. So the 61 I saw was actually just 6 + 1. Very different. Not what I expected. Okay, so let's move over here and try to raid people over there. We'll just keep wandering around. Yeah, Paphlagonia is not in a good shape. All we have to do is prevent the Ptolemy people from killing us. We should be okay. So we're not at war with the Ptolemy. Actually, can I ask for cooperation? 22% chance. Protects next time you try to deal with pirates, you send enough ships. We are the pirates, by the way. Little did you know. Yeah. Okay, I think that's a good idea if we can get cooperation with them. If we border them... Wait, we do. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's the best time to make the decision. Physicians, Copal, improve. Okay, so let's look at these 2 deals. Unfortunately, this is going to delay us a little bit, but condition cannot be reached because we don't have a market, a bank, commerce. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So the only thing so we have 3 turns left for this, 3 turns left for this, and this expires next turn. So we might as well do something here. Wealthier foreigners. I don't think it matters. I'm not sure. This is my big question. I don't know if it applies to places, territories regions that you acquire after the decision was made. I don't think so. I think it's just some modifier which goes to all your regions when you undertake it. And if you don't own a region, if you acquire a region later, it doesn't apply to them. So it's not empire-wide. It's really somehow related to the region. Because we took, I think, a freedman territory from Calibia in the stream I did, and I actually acquired the freedman trait from it. It didn't stop having that, even though I never enacted that myself. So, yeah, okay, let's go ahead and do this one. Because we can afford it. Citizen reforms. In your capital region and all regions of the capital province, a non-main ethnicity citizen can become of your ethnicity. Well, I mean, we might as well do that. It doesn't hurt anything, right? Otherwise, government intends to gain sufficient... Oh, government is reduced by 1/3. This is fantastic. Let's absolutely do that. And... have we done this one already? Freedman laws. Let's wait on that one, because I do want the freedman laws to apply to our new place, if we can... So how many turns do we have left? Freedman laws. 3 more turns. Okay, good. So we'll wait another turn. If we happen to acquire this one, then that's when we'll switch on the freedman thing to prevent. So we'll probably, let's see, 2 more turns. So the next turn we'll probably just try to invade. So we should merge these armies. the Antigonid army. We do have 3 regular infantry and then these urban militia, so let's merge you guys with here. And we probably want... It looks like we need more regular infantry. I don't know what we want. I think we want some regular infantry. We get 2 more, throw them in there. They're pretty cheap in terms of maintenance. So the only downside, big downside is manpower. So I'm only going to build 1. Assuming kind of that we're going to lose somebody in this fight. You know, we can always dismiss people. Just look at them, see who has the lowest experience, and, you know, do that. Okay, so I think that that's everything we want to do. We'll look next turn. We may, like, have to just assault, which is not good, but at least, you know, at least we'll be able to get them before the Freedmen laws go into effect. And 36 minutes. So this is probably going to be the last turn. So we got to turn 27. Let's try to get 1 more turn done. Even though it'll be a bit of a big deal. We shouldn't worry too much about money. The main thing I'm actually worried about is the manpower stuff. Okay, we went up 6. How did we gain an aging token? I thought our decadence was going to be... Well, I don't know. I don't fully understand how we gained it, but emergency levy is available. So only 100, but I'm probably not going to do that. We raided, and what did it say? Shoot. Well, we didn't gain any money, so I think the raiders were... Why did we receive an aging token? Huh. I really don't understand. I might have misread some of these things. Plague, increased farmer labor. So this should be a good thing. And now we should probably prioritize a little bit at least. So let's move you guys down here and you up here. We should prioritize a little bit food. So I know that I don't really want that place to grow as much. I'd rather my home place grow a lot, but decadence should have been reduced. I think it was. Actually, these all look more or less the same. So our aging should have been reduced by 1/3 or something. Maybe I misread. Everyone will correct me, I'm sure. So it looks like while besieging, made a breach and inflicted a few casualties. So is it true that we have 1 turn? Okay, we can enact this next turn, so we can wait 1 more turn before the assault. No, wait. It expires next turn. Okay, that's fine. I think we have to assault this turn to get the benefit. Unbreached walls, 1 of 2. I just don't want to get us killed in this attempt. Although killing off units has the benefit that we don't have to pay them anymore. Yeah, they're not in a good way. Their effectiveness is 0. And, oh my gosh, I think we can actually do it. So let's go ahead and assault. Who's their leader? I don't know if they have a leader. Oh yeah, he's 2-0, so he's not even going to help them at all. Fantastic. Okay, let's do that. And we'll send this guy over as well. He's going to take forever to get there, but that's fine. 2 turns, 4 turns, 2 turns, 12 turns. All looks good. And that means that we'll see what the result of this is before we end the video. Or should I just bring this episode to a close here? I want finally 1 video to be below 40 minutes. So I think I will just make this decision, and then unfortunately I won't get your feedback until the next episode. I mean, before the next episode, because I needed to record a few episodes ahead since I'll be going away in a little bit. But anyway, we'll bring it to a close here. I hope this is the right move. We'll find out at the beginning of the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching, and take care.